We finally have a release date for Elliott From Earth, one of the most promising new Cartoon Network series of 2021. However, how CN is scheduling it suggests they don't think it's as promising as I do. Could Cartoon Network be burning off this show from the get-go? I've got all the details. I've been keeping an eye on Elliott From Earth for a while. It sounds like the only thing that's been worth following on Cartoon Network in years. Yes, including Infinity Train now that that's on HBO Max. Hailing from Cartoon Network Studios Europe and the team behind the inescapable The Amazing World of Gumball, it's a comedic sci-fi cartoon about a boy and his mom suddenly transported into space, living with aliens from across the universe while they figure out how they got there and make new friends along the way. It just premiered in the UK on Saturday, March 6th, but before that, we got information about the show's American air date. Elliott From Earth will premiere here on Monday, March 29th, with an hour-long 4-part premiere episode, with 10 new episodes being strip premiered across the following 2 weeks through April 9th. To build some interest in the new show, the first part of the premiere will be available through the app and video-on-demand platforms a week early. That all sounds well and good, or at least acceptable enough from Cartoon Network, but the problem is, all of these episodes will be airing at 9 a.m. in the morning. That's basically the television equivalent of getting your brand new couch delivered and then sending it through a wood chipper. Over the past 18 months or so, Cartoon Network has revived their old practice of burning off shows they don't really care for in morning time slots. The new Bakugan series was the first victim, but now we've also started seeing it with their originals, such as with the strip burn of the much detested Thundercats Roar in 8 a.m. time slot back in November 2020. I am pretty confident that based on scheduling this show's launch run as strip premieres at 9 a.m. on weekdays, Cartoon Network wants to burn off Elliott From Earth. We're in the midst of the school year right now, and pandemic learning plans or not, by 9 a.m. on a weekday, the majority of CN's target audience is in school and thus aren't around to watch TV. There is absolutely no good explanation for why a kids' TV network would premiere a show in a time slot like that at this time of the year unless they wanted to burn it off and kill it quietly. It's as simple as that. There's no analytical scheduling chess game to follow here. If Cartoon Network wanted this show to do well or rate decently, they would have scheduled it in one of their afternoon or evening time slots, like 4 or 5 p.m., or even 6 or 7 p.m. if they feel it's warranted. They've done that plenty of times before when strip premiering new episodes of a number of their other series in the past. So, if they cared about this show, why would they not do it here? There could be the consideration that Cartoon Network wants to send the show off to their conglomerate's bottomless pit streaming service, HBO Max, as soon as possible. Strip premieres aren't a new concept for Cartoon Network, so that's not my issue here, even though I do have issues with that scheduling concept in general. There may have been a contractual obligation to air the show on linear first before moving it to HBO Max. They may have wanted to somehow, unusually, offer the new episodes same day or after broadcast on the streaming service. But absolutely none of that explains why this show is premiering at 9 a.m. in the morning. There's nothing stopping them from offering the show right away on HBO Max while still airing the show in a decent, respectable time slot on Cartoon Network. You could air the show at 4 or 5 p.m. and then put it on HBO Max at 5:30. The 8 hours of difference aren't that important because most viewers will wait until after school or the evening when they have the free time to watch this show anyway. There's just absolutely no way in which airing Elliott From Earth at 9 a.m. makes sense if Cartoon Network wanted to treat this show well. Sadly, this level of scheduling atrocity isn't surprising from them, or even new from them, given how they've treated things like Mega Man Fully Charged, the new Bakugan series, the remains of Thundercats Roar, as aforementioned, and Summer Camp Island in just the past few years alone. Cartoon Network's entire strategy as a channel in recent years has been seemingly almost solely focused on racing to rock bottom in every extent they can, from programming choices to creative development to scheduling monotony and beyond. So burning off a new show at 9 a.m., likely never to be seen again, is unfortunately very plausible given their previous recent conduct. But just because such scheduling brutalities are common for Cartoon Network, don't make them any less abusive and destructive to the shows they impact, nor any less cumbersome for viewers to chase around. If a network makes their show less accessible through bad scheduling, it only increases the likelihood audiences will support the show in unofficial ways, or just not support the show at all, and either way, the network doesn't get the benefit of making the show in the first place. Though that assumes the network wants those benefits and is actually interested in the show faring well for them. If they don't really care about that, or just don't want to deal with the show, they can just burn it off in a manner like this, and there's nothing really stopping them. The best we can do as fans and viewers is to ask them to do better and hold them to account, and withhold our support of them when they don't. As much as we don't know what's going on in the boardrooms of Warner Media, oftentimes the simplest, most logical answer is the accurate answer. The only explanation that makes sense as to why Elliott From Earth is being strip premiered at 9 AM in the morning is because Cartoon Network wants rid of it and is trying to burn it off. It's a shame, honestly, because I was looking forward to watching this show and I was hopeful that it would not only be a good show, but also a successful one for CN at a time when they've had so few of them not slathered in controversy. The show deserves better than this, but unfortunately, it's not going to get it. Just recently, I've started a brand new Patreon with loads of exclusive bonuses and benefits like updates on videos, Q&As with me, and even select content early, and it's all for as little as $3 a month. Head to patreon.com/BenzJ to join now. I plan on covering Elliott From Earth further here, so hit subscribe to see that, and even more stories from the world of television every single week. In the meantime, you can see what I thought about the first look we got to see at the show up here or down the description. I'm Benzie Johnson Jr., I'm enthusiastic about television, and I'll see you next time.